related more to the pancreas and the intestines in terms of functioning for us. And it's paired with the stomach, and it governs digestion, opens into the mouth, manifests on the lips, and it dominates your muscles and your forelimbs, so your arms and your legs. So if people have a lot of muscle weakness, we would definitely be working with the spleen also. And then we have the lung, which is paired with the large intestine, and that's our respiration. And it's also our protective immunity, because the lung makes what they call protective chi. So if the lung's not working correctly, then it can't protect the body as
so
well.
Your breath is your protection.
Yeah. And
wow, I didn't know that.
You disperse lung chi, and you also descend lung chi. So the dispersion, it kind of controls your pores, it manifests on the skin, and also like the water passages and body hair. And then the kidney is paired with the urinary bladder. The kidney is like the root, like it stores the essence. And for us, essence is like genetics, is what you're made up of. That's your reproduction, and is the one that's active when you're when you're going through. Body changes in hormonal menopause, when your body's developing. That's all the role of the kidney chi, and it opens into the ears, and it also expresses itself on the hair, on the head, and it's good also for water metabolism, and it's also related to your bones and the marrow and the brain. So if you have a broken bone or something, or strained bone, or weakened marrow, then you will work on the kidney and also the brain.
And so that, what that does is it helps speed up the healing for the whatever is broken. Correct. So you're not like working on the bone itself, right. You are going to the root of where it's the opposite, basically, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
So so it sounds like it's more like it's balance.
It's balance.
It's for balance.
It's definitely balance.
Okay.
Yeah. That's our. We have so this is part of the balance, and we call this like systematic correspondence. And the way that developed in the nature, like Chinese medicine, how nature and seasons affect us. They have 5 elements. They have fire, earth, metal, water, and wood, and each pertains to a particular organ and a particular, a particular organ. And of course, we have fire, that is heart and small intestine, and then we have the earth, that's the spleen and stomach. We have the metal, that's the lungs and colon, and water, it's kidneys and bladder, and the wood, that's gallbladder and liver. And the star and the arrows just means, like, let's say you have the liver can affect the spleen. If something's going on in the liver, and then you're like having digestion issues, and it not necessarily means that it's your spleen that is weak. It could be your liver that is overacting, or we say beating up on your spleen. So if
so that's like a map of what affects another.
What affects another, what makes another. Because for us, like fire makes earth, earth makes metal, metal makes water, water makes wood. So if you wanted to strengthen metal, like let's say during your lung is weak, you want to make it stronger, you can do it by strengthening the earth. Because the earth, like the little circle that's going down, will nourish the lung. So they call the earth would be the mother, and metal would be the son. And then the lungs can affect the liver if something's going on. So that's what the patterns and syndromes we start looking at when we are talking with clients and our patients about what's going on in their body. We have to figure out what's going on and how to clear that. And over time, like there could be like a lot of things going on, but there will be something that's main. And once you start fixing that part and balancing it out and smoothing it, then other things are going to get better. So this is about the yin organs. and also the 5 elements pertaining to emotions. Emotions is one of the issues that we see that can cause disease or a condition of imbalance. Like the heart, its emotion association is joy, and overjoy can also, or anxiety, can start causing imbalance in the body. It could be emotions that have been going on for a long time, or sudden emotions. And not that you're always going to be affected and have a condition, but if it's not processed, something happens that you are not able to process it, then acupuncture can help, and massage, and we'll talk about the modalities. And also the liver is association, it's with wood. And a lot of the emotions is anger, resentment, and compassion. And the color is green because it's spring. And heart is red. The spleen can be affected by overthinking. So if you're going through a long period of studying, your spleen can get affected. If you're overthinking about, a problem or an issue, can't go to sleep, you're be affecting the spleen. And the metal, it's also lungs, and that has to do a lot with grief and sorrow, and it can affect, since it's paired with large intestine, it can affect the large intestine. Like in each emotion can also, each organ can affect the paired organ. Like in lungs, it could be you have diarrhea or you have constipation. It could be related to
the yin and yang.
Right. And then the kidney is association is fear, and also loneliness and wisdom. And those are all like the other connections that we have for traditional Chinese medicine. So how does it work? It almost seems like magic, but I think it's absolutely one of the best medicines. I feel like it can do and help people with conditions that are hard to treat with Western medicine. I know a lot of people that have been able to, have a child or ease menstruation issues that they were plaguing them for years, and they didn't want to have birth control pills anymore because they've been on them for so long, and they want to change, or they didn't feel a lot of change happen with the birth control pills. So the way we look at the body has helped a lot of people be able to get off the medication or relieve their symptoms, where they can also maybe reduce the amount of medication they're taking, which is good for your liver and your kidneys. And health, that's how, it's a relative term. Everybody's condition is different, and that's everybody's unique. What's a condition or something that happens or an event, it's not gonna affect each person the same way. And how you deal with it, it's how you're gonna be able to maintain health, and where do you wanna be with your body and wellness. So when we identify the patterns of disharmony, we're able to treat the root and the symptoms. So people sometimes are like wondering, because if they have back pain, there might be really good points in the back of the knee or down on the ankle that I will use. And sometimes people, why are you like needle me down by my feet? Because my pain's right here.
That doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. And that's the whole pattern. Like we're like balancing the organs, and we're helping out release and open. We call it unblocking the stagnation. Getting that flow of circulation going. So everything, the mutual correspondence and the triangle and the stars that you saw, so that can work smoothly in and out. Otherwise, things start going, too much excess or deficiency in an area of the body. And we use a lot of different methods to help you get better. We have massage, tuina or shiatsu is the Asian massages that I think most of the traditional Chinese medicine students and practitioners learn, but there's a lot of people that had different careers in their life and they know all the modalities of massage. We have washa is up here, and that's like scraping method, and that helps also to relieve pain, and it's really good when people are starting getting colds to expel the pathogen. Then we have acupuncture, and see, this is where he's getting needled all over the butt, and his neck stops working. I mean, starts feeling good. And then we have moxibustion, and we have herbs. Herbs, we have them in pill form, we have them in powder form, and we also have them in raw, which you would cook into teas yourself. And then we have cupping. And we also have the forms of Tai Chi or Qigong that help also with the movement of exercise and also helps to balance the meridians. And they use acupressure points.
Acupressure.
And meditation. It's all included with, so that all helps.
Gets the blood flowing.
Yeah. And I wanted, ta-da! Spring is liver time. Right now is spring. So it's good time for doing a cleanse, like spring cleaning. It's a good time for creative juices because we've been storing all winter with the kidney, all like, and now we like full of activity. I want to spring forth, and sometimes people feel slightly like maybe a little irritated, and they don't know why they're irritated. It's because this liver is manifesting itself strongly because this is their best time for the liver.
Okay.
And good foods to eat for right now, it's marjoram, mint, fresh ginger, scallions, cinnamon bark, rosemary, and sage. But most, we do have the thought, like with foods, the color or the season that goes with the time is good for that organ. And like spring is liver, so a lot of greens is good for the liver. And that's it.
And so scallions, you mean scallions, the fish scallions, or
the onions?
The onions. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the type of onion.
I'm like, okay. Okay.
No, that makes sense because I mean, so I was just thinking when you said when you treat the root, when we get hurt, we put a Band-Aid on or we put something on after the fact. But we're not fixing what caused it. We're just covering it up. Right. So what this does is it's like really you're mapping backwards. You're like reverse engineering someone from where it hurts to where did it actually really started.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, it sounds kind of complicated, but that's why it takes 5 years.
It's also good for the liver, and it's also good for the blood.
Okay. Because I eat a lot of cilantro.
Yeah, so good. Because the liver, since it stores blood, is really important for the woman because of the way we have the menses and then childbirth, and that gets really affected.
I was just talking about a liver cleanse.
Yeah. It's time.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any other questions? I think I'm ready for an acupuncture session. I've done cupping, I've done a little bit of moxibustion, but have not done acupuncture.
I'm ready for you to diagnose this little pain I have right here.
Okay. Oh.
I had a CAT scan and everything looked fine, they said. But I don't know, there's like a little pain right here. It's right here.
Well, we are going to spend the rest of the day mapping out Gail and finding where the root cause of her pain is and getting some needles in her. So if, unless anyone else has any questions, so Carolina, she is here, let's see, Tuesdays and Saturdays from 10 to 7. And you can call and make an appointment. It's 925-207-0231 or go online at www.crystalbowlfloats.com. Thank you very much. And remember, spring is liver time. Spring cleaning. Clean your liver. Goodbye.